personne. Lumière en haut, rouge et bleu, clignotante. Je ne suis pas seul. On m'observe, on m'écoute. Ligne droite, virage en S. Je roule à fond vers le sud. Dernier péage avant de sortir. Il est 6 heures.
Here we are on location for Musi-Video at Studio St. Charles, a fantastic recording complex here in Longueuil. And on my left, I've got Marc Durand, manager, producer, promoter. He's the guiding hand behind the Men Without Hats. And on my right, I've got Jerry. And Jerry, tell me, most of your stuff, your concept of the music is mostly synthesized oriented. And there's not many synthesizer group in Montreal and even North America. Do you think that this will be the folk of the 80s?
It will be. The music is completely electronic.
We're receiving lots of bands from the UK, Ultravox, Spandau Ballet, lots of concept band oriented toward the synthesizers. Why is it's not happening in North America right now?
I think it's a question of money. You have to get the money to buy the equipment. We have the right backing, and we can afford the instrument we're using on stage and in studio.
Roughly now, how much you value all the synthesizer equipment you've got right now in the studio here?
Around 20,000.
Ivan from Evan 17, which was his previous group, and well, I asked them what they wanted to do, and I told them, well, I can try to help you, and I told them that if they wanted to make that for a living, I would, supply that for them, and that's what we're heading to. I mean, we're not making a fortune right now. We're kind of losing our pants, but the future looks a little bit brighter.
And briefly, could you tell me about, I know you've been so busy, you told me just before we started shooting here, record contracts, touring. I mean, you've got a deal with Stiff for England, Polygram is in the negotiations. Can you briefly talk about this? It's very interesting.
Well, the only thing I can say is that we're signed now with Stiff for the States, and that we're in negotiation with different companies for a worldwide contract and some local contracts also, which there could be like 2 or 3 different contracts, not necessarily one company for all over the place. And there are many reasons for that, but the main reason is that different companies have different potential in different markets. So we're trying to get the best company in every different market. So that's and instead of signing with the same company for all over the place, which gets you very often into some kind of trouble. Now there's a kind of competition between all those companies to do the best job with you and to get you in the future to sign a worldwide contract with them. So it's very interesting when you can do that.
Recording here at Studio St. Charles, they got tremendous equipment. Do you prefer Studio St. Charles, or would you have gone to the studio at Morin Heights? Or
Well, the EP and a lot of work we've done before was done at Marco. Now Marco is closing, so we've moved to Saint Charles. I will say that there are lots of good studios in Montreal. The only difference between studios in Montreal and New York or London or California is the people behind the board. It's the engineers and producers. So that's what makes the difference, because the equipment is all the same all over the place. The board that they have here is a British board, and the same board that they have in maybe 500 studios all over the world. So why there's not that many product from Quebec that goes outside. It's probably the musicians and the producers and the record companies who doesn't have an open mind to new music. So that's why the Quebec music is staying in Quebec, or it's going to France because it's French, but it's not going, except a few exceptions like Gino Socio or people like that.
Je ne suis pas seul. On m'observe. On m'écoute. Ligne droite. Virage en S.
And what's next for? Is it a tour coming up? The record, I know you're working out this soon.
Well, Men Without Hats will never be a touring band. We're going to do shows, but we're going to try to do the plans are for the future to do something like 2 tours a year, one of America and one of Europe, and then spend some time in studio and working on experimental projects. So there'll be shows. We're playing like Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal in the near future, and then we're playing New York in July, and there will be more. But this is not like a bar band or a touring band will go on the road for 300 shows a year like some other bands. We won't do that.
Je vire à droite.